Good morning, viewers. Let's get on with Bitcoin news of the day. Headline 1. Taiwanese legislator Ko Ju-chun proposes the creation of a $700 million national Bitcoin reserve, approximately 0.1% of GDP. The news. A Taiwanese legislator, Ko Ju-chun, has put forth a very interesting proposal. The creation of a $700 million national Bitcoin reserve. This amount would represent approximately 0.1% of Taiwan's GDP. The primary goal of this move is to enhance the country's financial system, making it more resilient, especially during times of global economic fluctuations and geopolitical tensions. The belief is that Bitcoin, alongside gold and foreign currency, can bolster the nation's financial security. Significance of news. This is quite significant. When a country or its policymakers consider officially adding Bitcoin to their national reserves, it substantially boosts Bitcoin's legitimacy and acceptance. It indicates that governments are now viewing Bitcoin as a serious asset class that can offer protection against economic shocks. This could lead other countries globally to consider similar moves, which would be very positive for Bitcoin's mainstream adoption. Headline 2. Pakistan Crypto Council CEO says Bitcoin will reach $500,000 this year. The news. The CEO of the Pakistan Crypto Council has stated that Bitcoin could reach $500,000 by the end of this year. This is a very bold prediction. Crypto adoption is rapidly increasing in Pakistan, and their government is also taking steps to regulate digital assets. This statement reflects their optimism and confidence in the market's potential for significant growth. Significance of news. Such a large price prediction, especially from a high-ranking official, can generate considerable excitement and FOMO, fear of missing out, in the market. It has the potential to boost investor confidence and attract new retail and institutional capital. While it's a prediction and not a guarantee, it highlights a growing belief in Bitcoin's long-term value and its disruptive potential in traditional finance. Headline 3. Michael Saylor's strategy now has a $23.8 billion unrealized profit on its Bitcoin portfolio. The news. Michael Saylor's company, MicroStrategy, referred to as Strategy in the headline, has accrued an unrealized profit of $23.8 billion on its Bitcoin holdings. MicroStrategy has, for a considerable time, made Bitcoin a major component of its corporate treasury, and this investment is now yielding record-breaking profits. They have consistently acquired Bitcoin, irrespective of price fluctuations. Significance of news. This is a massive validation for MicroStrategy's aggressive Bitcoin strategy. It demonstrates that a long-term, conviction-based approach to Bitcoin can deliver extraordinary returns. It serves as a compelling example for other public companies to consider Bitcoin for their balance sheets, potentially triggering a ripple effect of corporate Bitcoin adoption. It also underscores Michael Saylor's foresight and dedication to the asset. Headline 4. H100. Group buys 4.39 BTC and becomes Sweden's first publicly listed Bitcoin treasury company. The news. Sweden's H100 Group has purchased 4.39 Bitcoin, making it Sweden's first publicly listed company to hold Bitcoin in its treasury. This health technology company, which provides AI-powered automation and digital solutions, made this investment as part of its long-term Bitcoin treasury strategy. Significance of news. The adoption of Bitcoin by a publicly listed company in each country is a significant milestone. It shows that Bitcoin's acceptance isn't limited to major global players, but is also expanding within smaller economies and diverse sectors. Sweden's move could encourage Bitcoin adoption across Europe and inspire other Scandinavian companies. Headline 5. Strategy to sell up to $2.1 billion of 10% preferred stock to buy Bitcoin. The news. Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy plans to sell up to $2.1 billion in 10% preferred stock to acquire more Bitcoin. Preferred stock is a type of equity that offers shareholders a fixed dividend and is paid out before common stock. The direct purpose of this fundraising is to significantly increase their existing Bitcoin holdings. Significance of news. This once again emphasizes Michael Saylor's unwavering faith in Bitcoin. MicroStrategy is aggressively raising capital solely for the purpose of buying Bitcoin. This strategy further leverages the company's balance sheet with Bitcoin exposure, indicating a strong bullish outlook. It also strengthens confidence in Bitcoin among institutional investors, as they observe a public company dedicating its entire business model to it. Headline 6. GameStop is now following Bitcoin legend Hal Finney on X. The news. GameStop, a well-known video game retailer famous for its retail investor frenzy in recent years, is now following Bitcoin legend Hal Finney on X, formerly Twitter. Hal Finney was one of Bitcoin's earliest pioneers and received the first Bitcoin transaction from Satoshi Nakamoto. Significance of news. While this news doesn't involve direct Bitcoin acquisition, it's a subtle yet powerful signal. A company's official social media follows often indicate its strategic interests. GameStop following Hal Finney suggests that the company may be interested in Bitcoin or the broader crypto space. Given GameStop's meme stock status and large retail investor base, this could spark speculation and interest in Bitcoin among their followers. It's a hint towards potential future crypto integration or investments. Headline 7. Investment bank Rosenblatt Securities says Bitcoin is trading at new all-time highs, but there's even more upside to come. CNBC. The news. Investment bank Rosenblatt Securities has stated that Bitcoin is trading at new all-time highs, but still has significant upside potential. They believe that Bitcoin can experience further growth, despite its current high valuations. This report was covered by CNBC. Significance of news. When an established investment bank provides a bullish outlook for Bitcoin, it significantly enhances its credibility within the traditional finance sector. This attracts institutional investors who rely on such analyses. The statement, "more upside to come," boosts market sentiment and can create further buying pressure, hinting towards a prolonged bull run. Headline 8. Jack Dorsey says Square POS systems will integrate Bitcoin Lightning soon. The news. Jack Dorsey, co-founder of Block, Square's parent company, has announced that Square's point-of-sale (POS) systems will integrate the Bitcoin Lightning Network soon. The Lightning Network is a Layer 2 protocol designed to make Bitcoin transactions faster and cheaper. Significance of news. This is huge for Bitcoin adoption in everyday commerce. Square's POS systems are used by millions of businesses. If these systems begin accepting payments via the Bitcoin Lightning Network, Bitcoin's utility as a payment method will dramatically increase. It will enable instant, low-fee Bitcoin transactions for real-world purchases, making Bitcoin more than just a store of value. It becomes a viable medium of exchange. The word soon also adds to the excitement. Headline 9. Chinese automaker Juzi Holdings to buy 1,000 Bitcoin for treasury. The news. Chinese automaker Juzi Holdings has announced its intention to purchase 1,000 Bitcoin for its treasury. This is particularly noteworthy, as it's a Chinese company, and China has historically maintained strict regulations on crypto. Their objective is to diversify their investment portfolio and achieve long-term benefits. Significance of news. News like this emerging from China is highly significant, considering the country's past stance on crypto. While it's a corporate move rather than a government one, it demonstrates a corporate appetite for Bitcoin, even under strict regulatory environments. This could signal a potential softening of views or the discovery of workarounds within the regulatory framework for corporate adoption. It further reinforces the narrative of Bitcoin as a global treasury asset for companies. Headline 10. Vivek Ramaswamy says Strive aims to be the Berkshire Hathaway of Bitcoin. The news. Vivek Ramaswamy has stated that his investment firm Strive aims to become the Berkshire Hathaway of Bitcoin. Berkshire Hathaway is Warren Buffett's legendary investment firm, renowned for its long-term value investing. Strive's goal is to adopt a similar long-term, value-driven investment approach within the Bitcoin space. They will invest their capital in Bitcoin and related infrastructure. Significance of news. A comparison like Berkshire Hathaway of Bitcoin sets a very high standard and indicates a strong belief in Bitcoin's long-term investment potential. Vivek Ramaswamy is a well-known figure, and his firm's vision could be an attractive proposition for institutional investors seeking Bitcoin exposure without actively managing it themselves. It implies a strategic, well-thought-out approach to Bitcoin investment, moving beyond mere speculation. Macro analysis of all the updates. Looking at all today's headlines, one thing is abundantly clear. Bitcoin's institutional adoption and mainstream acceptance have become an irreversible trend. From all directions, Bitcoin is increasingly being viewed as a legitimate asset class and the currency of the future. Firstly, the investment in Bitcoin by national reserves like Taiwan and publicly listed companies like H100 Group in Sweden demonstrates that governments and corporations are increasingly seeing Bitcoin as a viable option for financial stability and growth. This is effectively bridging the gap between traditional finance and crypto. Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy's relentless Bitcoin accumulation and their impressive $23.8 billion in unrealized profits serve as a live case study of how incredibly profitable a long-term Bitcoin strategy can be. Their decision to issue preferred stock to buy even more Bitcoin further boosts confidence in the market and encourages other companies to follow suit. The $500,000 prediction from the Pakistan Crypto Council, CEO, and Rosenblatt Securities' more upside view clearly indicate a highly bullish market sentiment. These predictions, regardless of how ambitious, boost investor confidence. Jack Dorsey's announcement about integrating Bitcoin Lightning into Square POS systems is one of the most game-changing updates. If businesses can easily accept Bitcoin payments, Bitcoin's real-world utility will increase dramatically. This will elevate Bitcoin beyond just a store of value, making it a functional medium of exchange. GameStop, following Hal Finney and the Chinese automaker Juzi Holdings' Bitcoin purchase signal that Bitcoin's appeal is expanding across various sectors and geographies, with even unexpected players entering the space. Juzi's move is particularly significant given China's strict stance on crypto. Finally, Vivek Ramaswamy's vision for Strive to become the Berkshire Hathaway of Bitcoin suggests that sophisticated and long-term investment strategies are now developing around Bitcoin. This isn't just about short-term gains, but about creating enduring value within the Bitcoin ecosystem. Overall, the market is exhibiting a strong bullish trend, increasing institutional confidence, and clear signs of growing real-world utility. Bitcoin is no longer just a speculative asset. It is becoming a cornerstone of a global financial revolution.